Welcome to Cory's Stories. Are you ready to meditate with Cory? Hi friends, make sure that you subscribe and you like this video, and also press the bell because the bell will let you know when a new video comes out. If you love Heidi, Cherry and Vaya, make sure that you go to the link below and you join the Patreon group. Then you'll be part of the Cat Club and you'll get 3 exclusive stories every month for just $7 a month. I hope you enjoy the meditation. I love you. Bye. Are you ready to meditate with Cory? Make sure that you're all comfortable and snug as a bug in your bed. The light is just right. You're wearing your comfortable pajamas, and you can relax and let go of your busy day. Heidi, Cherry and Vaya were sat in Vaya's hospital room. Yes, Vaya had to go to hospital. She was having an operation. Vaya's operation was the first one that day, so they'd been there from a really early time. They all had to get up at 5:30. Vaya couldn't have anything to eat or anything to drink since the night before. Heidi and Cherry were trying to keep her spirits high, but Vaya was a little bit nervous. The doctor came in at one point and he said, "Good morning, everyone. Right, are we ready for this, Vaya?" And Vaya said, yes and no." The doctor said, "Everything is going to be just fine, Vaya. It's a very simple operation. All we're going to do is fix your ingrowing toenail." Vaya said, "It would be really nice to get it fixed because it is quite painful. And when I wear my princess shoes and it squeezes my claws together and my paws together, then yes, it does hurt, so it would be really nice to get this claw fixed." Cherry said, "And then, maybe, hopefully, doctor, we can have something to eat, right? Because I'm absolutely ravished. I'm so hungry, I'm starving. I haven't had any breakfast. I didn't realise that Vaya couldn't eat. And then no one would be offering us any hospital pudding or anything like that. And I was like, surely we'll get breakfast when we get to the hospital." The doctor said, "Well, you and your sister can go downstairs to the hospital restaurant and you can get yourself some breakfast while Vaya has her operation." Heidi said, "Oh, it's okay. I think we'll wait until Vaya's all done. I'm not very hungry right now." Cherry said, "What? OMG, I'm absolutely starving." Heidi said, "Shh, be quiet, Cherry. The doctor wants to talk." The doctor told Vaya how long the operation was going to be. It wasn't going to take very long at all. And then when she got out, maybe she'd be a little bit drowsy because of the anesthetic, but everything would be okay. She would have a little button that she could press, that she could get pain medication, and there was also another little button that she could press that would allow her to call for a nurse if she needed anything. Eventually, when the doctor had finished, about half an hour later, Vaya got took out of the hospital room to go and have her operation. Her sisters gave her big kisses and hugs and told her everything would be okay. Vaya was very nervous, but she was being very brave. Cherry was pacing in the room while Vaya was gone for her operation. "OMG, this is taking so long," she said. Heidi said, "It's only been 10 minutes, Cherry." Cherry said, I know, but every time my tummy rumbles, I'm like, oh gosh, that's got to be another hour. OMG, how long is it going to take? It's only a claw, for goodness sake. It's not as if she's having like an heart operation or like brain surgery or anything. She's just having an ingrowing toenail fixed. I mean, how long does it take? I could have probably done that with some clippers. Probably not, no. I don't think Vaya would have liked me anyway, would she? Heidi said, no, definitely not. And I don't think it's as simple as that. I think they have to go into the paw and all of that stuff. Cherry said, gosh, is she going to have stitches? Heidi said, I don't know, we'll have to see. A short time later, Vaya was brought back into the hospital room. She looked very sleepy, but her eyes kept opening and closing, and then she opened them, and you could see her focusing on Heidi's face and Cherry's face, and then a little cute face smiled. She was back in this world, and she was very relieved that she was alive and her toe was fixed. The first thing she said was, oh, I love purple flowers. And Cherry cracked out laughing. What? Cherry said. Vaya blinked a few times as if to say, I have no clue. And then Vaya opened her eyes again and she said, yes, lemon cupcakes are the best. One of the nurses that were in the room explained that Vaya might be talking a bit silly for a bit, until all the anaesthetic got out of her system. It was kind of like as if she's had, I don't know, too much fruitcake with rum in it or something. She was a little bit drunk on the anaesthetic. Cherry thought it was hilarious, some of the things that Vaya were coming out with. At one point, she said that a dinosaur was biting her bottom, and Cherry laughed so much that she almost peed herself. But then when she finished laughing, she said, I would have peed myself, but I think I'm so dehydrated and I'm so hungry. Vaya said, I could eat. I'm hungry too. Cherry said, press one of your buttons. Press your nursey button. Press it and then we'll ask her if she's got any pudding. Because I know they do pudding, don't they, in hospitals. I'm sure they do pudding. Everybody always talks about having pudding when you're in hospital. Vaya pressed her nurse's button, and a really nice, sweet nurse came in. She was called Sally. Sally said, can I help you, Vaya? Vaya said, I'm a little bit hungry, and Cherry and Heidi are hungry too. Cherry said, oh, nurse, I'm absolutely ravished. It's been so stressful, pacing back and forward. I think I've actually done 10,000 steps, and I'm so hungry. And yeah, we were thinking, like, do you have any of those, like, puddings? The nurse said, we don't actually have pudding, but we do have Jell-O. We have blueberry flavour and we have strawberry flavour. Cherry said, oh, you can count me in for a blueberry. Vaya said, could I have a strawberry one, please? Heidi said, I'm okay, thank you. I'm not that hungry yet. Cherry said, you know, Nurse Sally, what would be a really good idea is if you did bring her a blueberry one, just in case she changed her mind. And then she had the biggest, cheesiest smile on her face. Cherry was going to eat Heidi's blueberry one, obviously. The nurse knew this too. But she smiled and she went away and got them all 2 blueberry and a strawberry Jell-O. She asked Vaya if she needed anything else, and she tucked in her little blankets and made sure that she was comfortable and everything was good to go. And then a little while later, Vaya said she needed to go pee. She needed to go to the bathroom. There was a toilet in her room. Heidi and Cherry decided that they were going to help her. It shouldn't be too bad. But then, as soon as Cherry noticed that Vaya's gown opened at the back and a little tush was hanging out, Cherry couldn't. She was just absolutely beside herself laughing. She didn't notice that before. Cherry was rolling around on the floor. She was laughing at Vaya's tush sticking out of the little crack in the back. Heidi said, "Come on, stop laughing. It's not that funny." Cherry said, "I know. OMG, I know it's not, but it just looks so funny. And then she's got that big bandage on her toe, and that's so funny. I'm sorry, Vaya. I think we're going to have to call Nurse Sally to help because I can't. It's just too funny." She was rolling around on the floor laughing. Vaya pressed Miss Sally's button, the Nurse Sally, and she came in and she helped Vaya go to the bathroom. And then Vaya said that she was thirsty, so Nurse Sally brought her a glass of water, which Cherry almost drunk all of. Vaya decided that she was tired and Cherry and Heidi needed to go home. Cherry was eating everything in sight and drinking all of her water, and she was laughing at her bum sticking out of her gown, which wasn't that funny. Vaya didn't think so right now, but Cherry still kept cracking jokes and laughing about it. Cracking jokes about her crack, and then that made her laugh even more because Cherry thought the two things together were so funny. "I just cracked a joke about her crack!" And she'd start rolling around on the floor again, laughing again. Vaya was over it. Okay, well, it's been really nice that you've been here for me, but I think I'd like to take a little nap. Heidi knew exactly what Vaya was saying. She gathered all her things, grabbed hold of Cherry and said goodbye and that they loved her and they gave her a hug and that they'd see her at home later after Mum and Dad came to pick her up to drive her home. When Cherry got home, she was saying that her toenails felt a bit funny. Heidi said, "You're joking, right?" Cherry said, No, I'm not. I actually feel like I could possibly have a back-growing toenail." Heidi said, "It's an ingrowing toenail, Cherry." "Yeah," said Cherry. "That's exactly what I mean. An ingrowing toenail. I can feel it when I walk and I'm thinking to myself, I could probably do with having a nice comfy bed for the day and like having some of those jellos on demand and a nurse just for you. I mean, it's so nice. Did you not notice how nice it was that every time Vaya pressed a button, Nurse Sally was right there, and I was like, I could do with a Nurse Sally. I wonder if you could have a Nurse Sally even if you weren't having an operation. I wonder if you could just hire a Nurse Sally and say, 'Oh, Nurse Sally, I'm so hungry,' and then eat after everything that Nurse Sally had made you. Eat it all, and then you could say to Nurse Sally, 'Oh, Nurse Sally, my belly's so full, could you give it a rub?' And Nurse Sally would probably rub your tummy for you, and it'd be like, 'Oh, this is so nice. Oh, Nurse Sally, I think I'm full of gas.' And then Nurse Sally would probably say, 'Well, that's your problem.' Because if I were a nurse, I wouldn't stick around if someone were tooting a lot, would you? I'd be like, 'Yeah, no, thanks, bye, that's so gross.' But my toots are funny. I have kind of cute toots, actually." Heidi said, "Oh my gosh. Cherry, you don't need an operation. Your toenails are fine." Cherry said, I know. I was just hoping. I think I'd like to go to hospital sometimes. Well, actually, no, I don't think I would, actually. Because if you think about it, really, you have to go to hospital normally, don't you? Unless you're visiting someone, you have to go to hospital to get fixed. It's kind of like a garage. When you're a car and you need fixing. Hospitals are like garages. They're like automotive garages, but automotive for people and for cats. And I'd rather just be healthy, I think. I don't really want to be a sick cat. But I do like Jell-O. Heidi said, "Well, you don't have to be a sick cat to get Jell-O. You can just tell Mum and Dad, and Mum and Dad will probably get Jell-O the next time they go to the store. That's all it takes, Cherry." Cherry said, "Oh, Heidi, you are such a genius. You are so smart. I mean, me, right? I am so clever. I'm so bright. I'm so smart. I'm so funny. I'm so cute. I'm so just everything. I'm so healthy. I'm just so good at most things, right? But, when it comes down to certain smarts, Heidi, you just have it topped. You're so smart. You're What would you say? Like, where's that place that you go when you leave school? Heidi said, you mean college? Cherry said, yeah, no, it starts like, not underwear. Heidi said, you mean university? Yes, said Cherry. That's it, university. You're like university smart. I'm more like middle school smart. And I mean, that's really smart. That's so smart, right? But maybe not as smart as university smart, because I didn't realise something so simple like that as just saying, Mum, can you get me some blueberry jello? And Mum going, yeah, I can get you some blueberry jello. And then I'm like, oh, good, because I thought I had to have an operation to have blueberry jello. Silly Cherry. Yeah, anyway, so later that night, Vaya came home. Mum and Dad helped her to get on a big, soft, comfortable cat bed, because she couldn't really walk without crutches at the moment. She was going to be like that for 6 weeks. 6 weeks, Cherry said. OMG! But they'd make it work. Cherry and Heidi had to be really careful sleeping in the same bed so that they didn't bang on her toe and hurt her in the middle of the night. They did really well. They all snuggled in together. And Heidi and Cherry kept taking turns, going to get Vaya whatever she needed, until she was back to normal and completely fixed. The